What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm in Dong Hoi. I'm staying here for 3 days. The main purpose to come to Dong Hoi was to visit the caves. This is where all these famous caves are, and that's the tour I'm doing tomorrow. Today it's a rest day. It rained last night really heavily, and I thought, you know what, it might not be a good idea to go to the tours today. I had two choices, either to rent a motorbike and then ride 50 kilometers. That's where the Phong Nha National Park is. This is where the caves are. Or I can actually get a tour. Now this is something I thought it's better to talk and make a video out of it, because a lot of people would be in the situation where they think, should they do a tour with the company, or should they just hire a bike and do it yourself? Both possible, both got its goods and bads. Before that, man, have a look at this place. I'm not really impressed by Dong Hoi, to be honest. Like, it's a nice city, but man, it's a bloody mess. Have a look. You got rubbish everywhere. It's got, I don't know, all sort of, it hasn't been looked after as much as you know, been to, like, Da Nang is obviously when I go to Da Nang, man, that place just set your standards up. It's super nice, very pretty city. But having come to Dong Hoi, it's very different. It's not super rural. It's still one of the you know, I wouldn't say big as Hanoi or Saigon or Da Nang, but it's still a decent sized city or town, I would say. It doesn't have a lot of skyrise buildings, so you probably see, you know, a few of that height or very similar. Very old fishing boats and stuff here. Looks like a sleeping town, or very dead. It looks different. I just wanted to show it to you. You know, it's pointless to just show nice stuff in a nice fancy buildings. Yes, they are nice as well, but to me this is real Vietnam. You know, real. This is, I feel now I'm traveling. I don't feel a tourist. You know, I think there's a difference between two. You know, I'm not trying to, a tourist is, you know, you come here, you check out the nice, tick the boxes and off you go. We're traveler, like, this is what I like, you know, just walking around and having no plans today, and just show you guys the real Vietnam and the background. Now the price for hire a motorbike is literally double what you would pay in Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh. So, you know, that makes sense. It's not very touristy, so the competition is less. You can hire a bike. I decided to before, and I thought, you know what, I can hire a bike. It was going to cost me 200,000 per day, and then you fill it up, let's say 100,000, that's 300,000. And then by the time you pay the care fee, and it kind of like a summed up all together for me to visit 2 caves, hire a motorbike, everything, close to $1 million. And I asked the tour, and the tour was $1 million as well. Now, although it's the same price, I thought to myself, for me it's better if I take the tour, because to hire a motorbike, it's a 50 kilometer a ride, and that's just to the Phong Nha National Park. And if I have to go further out to the second cave, that's additional 10-15 kilometers. Not a big deal. So, you know, yeah, definitely I would have done it, but because I'm by myself, and I thought, you know what, it's probably a better idea if I just go with the tour, and that way I don't have to ride a motorbike for 50 kilometers, and I can literally just hang out with other people, meet with more people, and that way I will have more information about the cave, because, you know, it's going to be a guided tour. This is Dong Hoi, guys. It's not very exciting like the bigger cities, but that's not what you always need. It's good to be actually coming down to this town and you know, just syncing with its flow, because sometimes, you know, that's nice, away from the hustle and bustle and just walking around and not having any plans. I think that's nice. Meeting with people, man, that's the best part, I must say, throughout this trip. For me, it's been, people are like really lovely. doesn't matter. Sometimes they don't even speak. You know, we don't speak in English much, a word or two, but then you can tell what they're saying. You can tell they want you to have a drink, or they're saying have food, or you know, as human, you know, we kind of tell what the other person is trying to say most of the time. But people are super nice, man. I have met some great people. Like I met An in Da Nang randomly at a restaurant. He was with his family. Not a restaurant, it was actually a street stall. And I was just coming back from the beach, and I saw these pork sausages, and I'm like, oh God, you know, that looks so nice and it smells so nice. I sat down there, and An was sitting with his family on the next table. We started talking, and then he said, you know what, I live near the caves. He lives here near the Dong Hoi and Han Lao, which is only 20 kilometers from Dong Hoi, up north, west. And he said, come over here. So I actually ended up staying with his family for one day, which was super, super nice. And then, man, the spare room just didn't have the aircon, and it was ridiculously hot. So I said to him, I said, mate, you know, please don't disrespect. Thank you so much, but I don't want to get sick, because when I say hot, man, I'm not exaggerating. It was ridiculously hot. I could not do nothing to you know, to have a slight comfort. I was just walking around and in and out. You know, it was so hot. Your arm touching your body was uncomfortable. You know, the skin to skin touch was hot. You know, the pillow I'm using, that's hot, and the fan was in the room, but it felt like someone, you know, throwing a blow dryer with the heat. Man, that's one of the I think one of the terrible nights, I must say, I have experienced while traveling. And that was a really long night, and then I started looking at the hotels. I'm like, damn, I'll just book this one. He was really understanding, and he said, nah man, totally understand that. Last thing you want to be in the holidays, get sick. I was gonna spend 3 days with them the whole time, but I thought, you know what, it's probably a wise idea to just book a hotel. Just do it, because it's practical. You know, it's only another week in Vietnam, and you know, I can't afford to lose days. And it's not that expensive, to be honest. It's like $20 a night, about, I think 20-25. It's not that expensive at all. So you know, again, you go to the bigger cities, they are expensive. Like they're more touristy, and you come to the rural areas, it has its drawbacks, but you know, it can be cheap, but limited options again. So if you come in a high tourist season, you know, it might be a different story. So it all depends on where you go, when you go, all the kind of factors. You know, it's pretty standard worldwide. So Dong Hoi, a lot of people come here to visit the caves. Another option, another thing you can do is, near the caves, they have a lot of farm stays. And that's an option I actually was so close to consider. But for me, to go there for 2 days, I thought it wasn't worth packing the bags and going there and staying for the night and packing the bag and come back again, because I have to catch a bus from Dong Hoi day after tomorrow. So I thought, you know what, I go to Dong Hoi, and this is where this is going to be like my base, and this is what I use to go to the caves, use the bus and everything. It just made more sense. But you can, if you want to save that time commuting back and forth, you can actually, you know, don't have to stay in Dong Hoi. You can actually stay in this the Phong Na area there. So it's a national park, but also they have a lot of farm stays. I wouldn't say the price wise is much different to here, but that's an option, and that will save you back and forth traveling. But mind you, you are in a farm or very rural area, so you wouldn't have much choice in terms of shops and all the massage and, you know, all the I don't know, all the kind of stuff. But if that's okay with you, hey, that could be an option. You know, it's more laid back, and I've seen a lot of people, a lot of tourists actually hanging around on the motorbikes in that area. Kind of give me an indication that they were staying there. There'll be more videos, so please have a look at those to get yourself familiarized. And man, if you get an opportunity, yeah, come here. There's no harm. You know, come in and stay in here for a day or two if you do have spare time, but you can skip it as well. As I said, you know, before, you can actually go to the caves itself anyway. All right, I'll see you in those videos. So take care and